Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Raluca. I've done my hair in this video, which is quite unusual for me. It's because today I'm going to recreate Ariana Grande's makeup in her newest music video, Positions. This look right here. This is the first celebrity makeup recreation that I'm doing on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see more, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, for today's video I'm going to start with my face, and first I'm going to prime my skin, which is something that I don't usually do, but I kind of want my skin to be really smooth today. So I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This really blurs out the texture. I'm just using a small amount. And I'm just going to apply this mainly in the center of my face. Where I have a little bit more texture. Just going to massage it in with my fingers. Next step is going to be foundation, and I'm going to apply the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. I'm in the shade 40NN. This is very liquidy and lightweight, and I love it for that. And I'm going to blend it in using a blending sponge. And I will make sure to get into the jawline. For my under eyes, I'm going to use the shades Brightener and Neutralizer from the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Concealer. First I'm going to use the shade Brightener, which is a light pink shade, to correct my under eyes. And then I'm going to cover it up with the Neutralizer shade to conceal. And I'm blending it in using the same sponge. And then with the shade Neutralizer, I'm going to cover this up. And I'm also going to cover my eyelids to prime for the eyeshadow. And highlight the center of my face a little bit. And now I'll blend it in using the same sponge. Now I need to set this in place. I'm going to use my RCMA No Color powder. I transferred it to another jar. With a fluffy blending brush, I'm going to set my under eyes. This is just a Makeup Addiction Duo Fiber Blender. But first I'm going to make sure there are no creases. And then immediately set my under eyes. I think I'm also going to set my eyelid. And with a big fluffy brush I'm going to set the rest of my face, taking a little bit of powder, dusting off the excess, and then dusting the powder all over my face. Next I'm going to contour my face, and I'm going to use the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I noticed that Ari has quite a strong contour, I'd say. First I'm going to mix these two lighter shades, and then I'm going to deepen it with a darker one. But I want to start light in layering the contour. The brush that I'm using is a Morphe M405 brush. And I'm just applying the contour on my cheekbones, like a little bit higher than the hollows of my cheek. So it kind of lifts my face up a little bit. And I'm just dragging from the side of my face towards the center. A little bit of temple contouring, but I'm leaving this space bare, so again it kind of lifts my face a little bit. So like from the tail of my brow, I'm dragging it upwards towards my forehead. And I'll also add a little bit of forehead contour. I'm applying the contour on my jawline as well. And to deepen up my contour, I will use this darker shade in the corner. Just a little bit, because this is a little bit too dark for me. And I'm concentrating this in my outer portion. And I'm switching to a smaller brush to add some contour on my nose. Concentrating mainly under my nose to kind of lift it up a little bit. And then a little bit on the sides with whatever was left on my brush. And I'm going to add a little bit of lip contouring as well. I'm adding a little bit of blush as well. This is the Sigma Blush Cheek Palette. I'm just going to add the shade in the corner because it looks the most natural. I'm just adding this in my outer half of my face. So again, I just want a soft flush of color. I noticed that she doesn't have like a noticeable highlighter, so I'm just going to use a softer one. This is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls. And I'm applying a little bit of this. This is a Sigma F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter brush. I'm dusting off the excess from the brush. And just applying a little bit on my cheekbone. And on the bridge of my nose, just a tiny bit. And for the tip of my nose, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. And a little bit on my cupid's bow. Time for brows. I think today I'm going to use my browies to fill my brows in. But first I'm going to use the spoolie side to brush them up. Ariana's brows are quite short, so I'm not going to extend them like I usually do. Now I'm going to use the pencil side and just fill in the sparse areas. I'm trying to keep them as straight as possible. It's really hard for me with my brow shape. Something like this, and I'm using the spoolie side to kind of fade this a little bit. Now I'm going to fix my brows in place using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. Then that reminds me that I haven't set my face in place, so I'm going to use a setting spray right after this. And I'm just coating my brow hairs in this gel to make sure that they won't move around. Okay, now to set my face in place, I'm going to use the NYX matte setting spray. Okay, now moving on to the eyes, the part that everyone was waiting for. I'm going to use the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2 palette. And first I'm going to apply the shade Humble. I'm just going to mix it with a little bit of passion fruit to make it a little bit more pink. The brush that I'm using is a Juvia's Place 005 small buffer brush. And I'm just going to apply this mix all over my eyelids to have that light base. Now for that liner part, I'm going to take the shade After Hours on an angled brush like this. This is a Makeup Addiction small angle brush. And I'm just going to take this shade on my brush, dust off the excess, and do like a wing liner shape. And I'm going to go a lot higher than my actual crease. I'm kind of do like this V in my other corner. And then I'm just going to fade this towards the inner portion. And now with a very small brush like this is a pencil brush from Morphe. It's the Morphe M149 brush. I'm taking the shade Toasty, which is a lighter brown. Again, dusting off the excess and smudging this over the dark brown. So I kind of want to fade this into my skin. And I'm going to use a clean blending brush. This is a Morphe M507. And I'm just going to blend the edges. And to further blend these two shades together, I'm going to mix them. Again, dust off the excess. This is the same brush, the Morphe M149. And gently I'm going to go over where the colors meet. With the same angle brush, I'm going to accentuate my other corner a little bit, because when I look at Ari's pictures, I see that the deepest color she has in this area right here. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more of that dark brown. And now for that softer wing, I'm going to use black eyeshadow. And I'm going to take the noir shade from the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. I'm using the same brush because I'm kind of lazy. And I feel like that black liner is kind of an extension of the shadow. So I'm trying to extend the black into the brown. I'm just doing like half a wing liner. So I'll stop kind of in the center of my eye. And as you can see, I'm drawing the liner with the eyes open. That is going to help you go over your eye creases. On my lower lash line, I'm just going to smudge a mix of these two brown shades. You don't want the lower lash line to be too dark, but just a little bit more defined. Now I'm going to finish off the eye look by applying a little bit of mascara and false lashes. The mascara that I'm using is the Fenty Full Frontal Mascara. I forgot the inner corner and brow bone highlighter, so I'm going to use the shade Humble again. I'm not going to apply a shimmer because this look is kind of matte and I want to keep it like this. She doesn't have like really long lashes, so I'm going to apply the Lush Beauty lashes in the style Chic. These are not that long, but they are quite dense, and the other corner is a little bit longer, so it gives you that cat eye look. I'm applying a little bit of my dual lash glue on the band, and I'm going to let this dry for about a minute. Now I can apply the lash. So in this music video she has that pinkish nude lip, but she doesn't have the gloss like she usually does, but I feel like it's not a completely matte lip either, so I'm just going to apply like a regular lipstick. But first I'm going to line my lips using the NYX matte lip liner in the shade Toulouse. I'm going over my Cupid's bow. I'm also overlining in the center, but I don't want a defined Cupid's bow. And in the center of my lips I'm going to apply the Sephora Collection Lip Last, I think this is called Color Lip Last lipstick in the shade 07. And this is the finished look. I really hope you like it and you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. If you have like any other requests of makeup looks that you want me to do, maybe celebrity makeup looks or whatever looks that you've maybe seen online and you want to know how to do them, you can DM me on my Instagram and I'll make sure to recreate those. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you're having an amazing day and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!